As you can see, it's pretty cold out here this morning. It's 14 degrees with a real feel of 1 degree. And gonna be doing a little bit over a 2-hour drive to go pick up something pretty cool for the Jeep. So, gonna take you guys along so you can check this out. We hit the road heading for our 115-mile away destination. The temp stayed pretty much the same. In fact, at times it started to feel it was getting colder than 14 degrees. We came upon our destination, a small farm where in a barn lie our prize. Found on Marketplace, the ad already 2 years old, a complete metal cap with good glass and hardware. Loaded up, we hit the road home. We were forced to face the cap forward in the bed, but the straps kept it from becoming airborne at 65 miles an hour. In all, it was a 5-hour, 230-mile round trip with no damage and a little less barn dust.
You got to be about where I'm at, Harry. This is where all the weight's going to be.
Okay, I see.
Just going to slide it out.
Yeah.
Step on the tail lead. There we go. Okay. You got a good hold of it? We might have enough room here. Just watch the gate. You have to lift a little bit, Harry. There you go. Okay. All right, take it go up. Yeah, I was gonna say, I got forward a little bit on your side. Doing that one-handed. Like I had a leather strap on it. Sorry for all the noise. It's my heater. It's really cold out here. So I guess hinge might be tweaked just a little bit. But I guess the next thing I'm going to do is work on putting these pieces on here. It's obvious to see where the holes line up. Let's scrape the mud daubers out. All right. That's right where the hinge is going to go. So it's next day, and it's about 9 degrees outside. Really cold, really, really cold. So I'm not going to get any work done here today, but I thought I'd go ahead and show you some more details on this cap. One thing I have to do is put these side channels on is, I'm going to pull this out so you can see. Originally when I replaced the windshield frame on this, the original bolts had snapped off. And there was a point where I was starting to drill to retap these, and then I just stopped. I think I had some dull drill bits or something. So slid the new frame in, and I had actually been driving it like this, which probably isn't a good idea, but there are bolts that are on the underside of this hinge that holds that windshield frame on there. So I'm going to have to drill and tap those to be able to put this on. The other side, I'm in good shape. The bolts that came with this cap should fit in there. I haven't messed with this just yet. The bolts are a bit rusty, so I'm going to soak them in some vinegar to try and clean those up. The worst part of this cap is the top. As you can see, it's got quite a bit of rot. The holes are really elongated. I'll put it this way so maybe you can see there is a small dent that's up in there. Right now, that does not concern me that much. What I'm going to end up doing for this, one, the way this looks right now, I like the patina because it matches the current patina on the Jeep. Eventually, the Jeep is going to get repainted and totally restored. Then it's different. Then I'll do this cap right. But for now, I just want to run and play with it as it is. So what I'm going to end up doing is I'm going to cut a metal strip that's going to sit on top of this and take that space, and when I run the fasteners through here, it's literally going to sandwich the cap between that spacer and the windshield frame. So I think that's going to do to seal things up, to do what I want to do. I have no plans of driving this in the rain, so I'm not worried about, you know, that type of a seal. I will put some sealant back here. I got some foam sealant I'm just going to stick in here and then screw all this fast just to keep wind out. But I got a lot of holes in here in this frame that I have to put some plugs in then as well, just to keep that from happening as well. Move on here, I'll show you some other things with this cap. One, I don't know what brand this cap is. I'm going to do a little bit of research, see if I can locate it, but I think it's probably Myers. It seems like that was the most common, especially with the windows that wind down at this angle. We'll have to see. I'm going to do some more research to try and find out exactly what brand it is, just for curiosity's sake. One of the things I did notice in here was how this had that aluminum frame in it and a block of wood, and when you look at the other side, it's not the same. And I started to think, whoa, okay, you know, this is what's supposed to be here, the other side's missing. But what I found was when you look on the outside, you can see there's bolts coming through here. There's been a repair back in here. And if you come over to the other side, there are no bolts going down the side. Now there is a bolt back here, and if you look in the back of that, let me come this other way. If you look, there is another metal channel that's back here. So I think this was an attempt at rust repair or making things a bit more solid. Now the interesting thing about this cap, I was told by the seller that he took it off of Jeep that had come from Bethlehem Steel. This cap was over near the Allentown area. So he said it was used at Bethlehem Steel, that they had some apparatus on the back of the Jeep to be able to move beams around. So who knows, that repair might have been done by a worker at Bethlehem Steel. Another thing I thought was pretty cool about this Jeep is this logo that's up on here. I'm going to keep that on there. I think that's really cool. Again, I'm going to come back. There has been some repairs. Right now, I'm not worried about doing anything with it. Again, it fits the patina of this Jeep, so I'm completely fine with that. Going to open the back deck here. I'm going to see if I can open this lid with one hand. All right, it still holds itself up. It's got real small locks. It's a little indentation. Let me get a light here. So there is a little piece here, so when you go to put this down, you have to push that up in. That is, you lift it up and push that in. There's one on the opposite side. It's just on the top instead of on the bottom. But these need to be cleaned up. You can see there's all kinds of paint. I don't know if someone painted this with house paint or what it is, because it did not stick very well. But we'll have to scrape some of that out of there, lube those up pretty good. That's all riveted in. More old mud daubers. That's probably from when it was sitting in the barn for the last 10 years. You can see a little bit more of this side where it'll be mounted. And I'm also going to put a little bit of a foam seal in between the cap and the body here. It may help with some airflow, but I also hope it'll help with any kind of rattles and the like. Although I'm sure, being all metal like this, it's going to have plenty of rattles. And really, I don't care. That's fine. It's part of the uniqueness of having an old vehicle. Is just the rattles. I did notice on both sides that there's a little bit of sealant, or that the windshield seal has shrunk. It's like this on the opposite side then as well. So I may just push a little bit of silicone or something in there just to help close that up. That's pretty much the cap. Let's take a look at the doors. All right, here's a little bit closer look at the doors. I really like the looks of these handles and the fact that these windows go up and down. I'm going to have to pull the panel, just clean and lube things up just to make them move a little bit smoother. I showed earlier that there was a piece of a leather belt, so we'll have to reproduce that then too as a door stop. Let me turn this door around so you can see the other side. So with this door turned around, this is the driver's side. You can see that someone had put some aluminum down here, and on the back side it's loose, but all that will be repairable, and I'll repair that in the future. For now, I'm completely happy again with that look. Same way with the little bit of rust that's popping through. It's all fine. Going to go right with the patina of the vehicle. I have all the hinges, so I'm not worried about any of this. I'm just going to clean up those pins so things slide a little bit better. Here you can see one of the original handles. This used to lock. The lock cylinder, of course, is missing. And I'll show you on the right side door how that one is solid. It didn't have that, but it has a lock on the interior. So here's that handle on the passenger side, so you can see how this was cast, that it didn't have an opening in it. But if I flip this door around, so here's how this lock will end up working. They don't have any symbols on there that tells you which it is, but at this point it's unlocked, so I can pull down and unlock it. If you push this down, that's all it is. Wow, it doesn't work very well, but there it is. Here you can see on the front of this right-hand door that there's not been any kind of repairs down here made, but it is starting to separate down there. And it's also starting to separate a little bit on the front side here, but all that stuff will be repaired in the future. But for now, I'm just going to run it as it is. So that's going to do for this video. Hopefully tomorrow I'm off and it's supposed to snow and it's supposed to be a little bit warmer, so I'm hoping I'm going to be able to do a little bit more work on this. Future videos on that, we're going to get things finished up and take it out for a little winter drive. Again, possible snow coming. Also, putting a heater in this. This had no heater when I got it, so I pulled a heater from another vehicle that's not Jeep, so you'll get to see that and get that retrofitted in here. So if you want to see all those things, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, hit the notification bell so that way you know as soon as the video is up. Please like the video, comment if you know what this cap is, what brand it might be, or any experiences with caps in the past, or let me know. I'd be curious to hear it then. Thanks so much for watching.